Right, welcome back. What a eventful a couple of weeks. I originally had planned to do a vlog, my first ever vlog, down at Esoteric Festival, which was supposed to happen on the weekend, just went. Unfortunately, and seriously one of the most devastating experiences I've ever had, the festival was actually cancelled. Not prior to it being completed. Like everything was set up. It wasn't just set up, it was punters arriving, and punters actually arrived. I started arriving at like 9 a.m. on the Thursday to, get in to, they paid for the early entry, get set up, get a good spot, all that kind of thing like you do for a festival. And there was already some maybe going on with the council, but the festival actually got it approved. And so after all the uncertainty around it, then they put the big approved picture out on social media. So everyone went out, and then there was a big line. And as we drove in, I had been vlogging the drive and like my first ever time, but as we pulled in, I noticed there was a big line, and I just knew there was something wrong. I said, this isn't right. And we waited for about 3 hours before everyone found out simultaneously that the festival is cancelled. And there had been people waiting there all day in the hot sun, and it was just not real. Like, it was like, no. And I was actually a part of the crew, so we waited a while for a lot of people to leave, and then we went inside to help pack down stuff and like see our friends. And it was actually, I don't know whether that was worse or not, because going in and seeing the hard work that had been put into this festival, it was my first Esoteric, and yeah, I just never thought anything like this could ever happen. That, like, the event had started, so yeah, a very strange feeling. And yeah, I can't even, I will put the vlog together a little bit as much as I got, but I couldn't continue to vlog properly once I found out the news, as I was just so shocked. I did still take some videos inside so people could see, plus I can, narrate along a little bit. But also, on top of all this, I had narrowly escaped a cyclone, considering Jake and I were booked to fly on the Thursday, and we were so stressed about whether we were going to make it. We were even coming up with a plan whether we were going to have to drive the 18 hours, hire a car and all this stuff, even though we already had a hire car down there and all those things. But we managed to get out, and as soon as we got out, I was so excited. And then just for that to happen, it truly was devastating. And yeah, we actually ended up having a couple of smaller parties down there, of course, and my friends played, and they did amazing. And yeah, we just were lucky to bump into a bunch of other friends, and it was nice to have some family down there, because it was seriously just so horrible. And I just feel for the people that organize that, all their year of working it out and planning, and everyone excited to play and perform. And I know how important festivals are for me. Like, they are a huge part of my self-expression, hence like even one of my last videos talking about how they unlock parts of yourself. Like, I was ready for a reset. I know so many other people that were ready for the reset that they give you. And yeah, it was just ironic that it was the first time I decided to vlog. So yeah, I will put that together and share what I started the vlog like. On our way out to Esoteric Festival now. We got to Melbourne last night, which worked out better. We had to change our flight because of the cyclone, but we managed to just scrape through, and yeah, it worked out because we're gonna head out earlier, and after staying in a relatively questionable hotel last night. But it got made up for by the beautiful breakfast that we had, and yeah, we got our camper and the guy was really nice, and I'll give you a tour of that when we get there. Very exciting. Okay, we're on the motorway now. The GPS says about 3 hours, so a bit of a mish, but better than an 18-hour drive that we were thinking we were going to have to do. So yeah, we're on the road. Very exciting.
Yay. Pretty cool, eh? Hey?
Hey? Very cool.
Yeah. Are you there yet?
Still 2.5 hours. Swap drivers now. An hour to go, basically, as a party. Wow. Okay, so we've arrived, and the line is all the way out to the road and all the way up to the festival. It's
huge.
It's huge. From all the way down there we came, and we still got all the way to go. Something about the council. Yeah, no. The huge. And so that concludes how much I got to vlog, because this is right when everyone found out the news. Wow. My friend stood in her car and everyone was basically beeping their horns and furious, as they'd been waiting for this festival and thousands of dollars spent. And yeah, and so next is all the videos that I managed to get during the festival when we walked inside, because we were crew, so of course the crew was just doing a few things, and yeah, unreal. properly and talked and all that if it was proper, but it was just this sad feeling of all the crew trying to enjoy some of what they created and before it finished. So yeah, that's about as far as I got, and then we had to pack up and go, and it was just a very shocking experience. And we were lucky that we had some friends to stay with. I wish that I had previously vlogged my weekend before going down to Levity. That would have been a great start. That was an incredible weekend. I had just like one of the best times ever and got to meet them and all that kind of stuff. So that was amazing. But the next trip I'm doing is going to New Zealand, and I'm going to vlog that properly. So I start capturing everything properly. I've never been one to have my phone out much at gigs, but I think with doing some videos prior, a few before, like it goes to main into the night, because I just love dancing so much, I might take a video here and there of like a really good artist or someone that's really surprises me that I want to support. But I've just never been much to have my phone out at gigs, because I'm just one of my favorite things about these kind of festivals too is they're often out of service. So, but yeah, I think that vlogging them is going to be really fun. And yeah, anyway, my next trip is going to be in New Zealand. I've got a bunch of stuff on, so I'm going to try vlog the whole thing and like capture it, because it's going to be like epic. Yeah, overall, it was, I can't even still explain like the feeling that I'm feeling. And yeah, I just feel for all the organizers, and yeah, it's just unbelievable. So yeah, this video, my last one that I will release, that is actually also from 2 weeks ago, because that was supposed to be edited and done before I left, but then all this stuff happened, and then of course I was supposed to do the vlog, but then ESO has happened and all that stuff. But hey, at least I'm back on a roll now, and yeah, I'm feeling honestly the best I have in quite some time. Like, of course, moving to Australia, changing my life, all these things, it might, social media is only a highlight reel. Like, a lot of people might have looked at my life and thought that everything was so good, but it actually took a lot to rebuild myself from the last relationship that I was in. It took a huge toll on me, and I had to do huge amounts of rebuilding the person that I was before, but now even new and improved, and learnt even deeper lessons, and it was a vital part of my growth, and I don't regret any of that at all, and I'm like so happy. But I definitely had a rough couple months mentally regaining my positive attitude that I'd worked years to build. If you've been following me for a long time, you know how different I am. Yeah, just in the last even couple of weeks before all of that, I was having even trouble sleeping because my nervous system and cortisol problems and stuff like that. But I'm feeling on top of that now, and even with this crazy event that happened, I still managed to maintain a positive attitude and calmness throughout the whole thing. So I'm really happy, because I've reached back to where I was, and now I can only go forward again, being in a super supportive relationship that wants to reach those same goals as you. So I feel really lucky, and I'm in a good house with my girlfriends, and yeah, all my family's doing well, and I feel very lucky to be in the position I am, even considering like all the circumstances that just happened. Yeah, there was even a friend of ours had a horrible thing happen on the way to the festival. Before they even found out it was cancelled, their car caught on fire and they lost everything. And even just that story alone, yeah, it just showed me like that's why yeah, someone always has it worse, and that's why it's always up to your perspective. I could have been like, oh no, poor me, but like, what's that gonna do to the situation? It doesn't help. And it's then something like that could happen, and that's when you can actually have emotion and be like, yes, this is why you don't just cry over spilt milk. Yeah, it just was just an incredible story, really. Sorry, rambling a little bit, but yeah, I guess this video I don't know what this video is, because it was supposed to be a vlog, but it's just a recap, I guess. And be back to normal next week, and yeah, I will vlog the next trip properly. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again soon.